I woke up after having a battle with breast cancer for 10 months with this totally revolutionary idea. I had been driving past this warehouse that was basically this glorified mouse hotel in Swanton, Vermont at Franklin County State Airport. And I thought to myself, what if we converted this into a hangar and paired youth with adults who are working in aircraft mechanics and avionics and created a space where we could train the next generation of folks working in aerospace. About 4 years ago, I read this autobiography by Beryl Markham called West with the Night, where she flew across the Atlantic west solo in the 1930s. This is before air traffic control and GPS and digital waypoints. She did it all by herself. It took her 20 hours. I said to myself, gosh, if Beryl Markham can do this in the 1930s, why can't I fly? So I took a discovery flight. And as soon as I landed, I turned to my friend Joanne and I said, I'm going to call an airplane into my reality. And she didn't laugh or anything. She just smiled and said, what color is it going to be? And I said, green and white. 6 months later, my mom got a call from my middle school math teacher's wife, who had seen with her husband, Charlie, that I had been taking flying lessons. And she said, before Charlie died, we had a conversation and we were wondering if Beth would be interested in his airplane and his hangar. I got my little Cessna 150, which was green and white, that I named Charlie, and this lovely T hangar up at Franklin County Airport. And it changed my life. I got my private pilot's license and I had a few hard landings, and I would blow out my 1972 headlight. And George said to me, hey, you can fix that yourself, right? And that was the beginning of a very dear friendship and mentorship. Before I knew it, I was finding myself working on airplanes and learning all about engines and airframes and cables and pulleys, and it was really exciting. As the only woman at the airport who has an airplane and who works on aircraft and has a hangar, I started looking around and thinking, how come more women aren't involved? And I thought this would be a great opportunity for young people, so I worked with the Experimental Aircraft Association, Chapter 613, up at Franklin County to start a youth aviation program. And we had a summer camp and youth aviators working on their mechanics licenses and working on learning how to become pilots. We also partnered with Big Picture Learning, who has a Be Unbound Harbor Freight Fellowship Initiative. This is a program that identifies students who display an active interest and a burgeoning aptitude in a trade and offers them a pathway to develop and pursue their interests in a real-world work setting. So using Big Picture Learning's digital platform, Be Unbound, youth are able to find and connect with opportunities alongside supportive adults in on-site internships. We had 4 Harbor Freight Fellows at Franklin County, 2 full fellows who worked 120 hours alongside George and earned a $1,000 scholarship, and then 2 Explorer Fellows, one of whom did his fellowship in the summer after his 8th grade year and used his scholarship to purchase an ultralight airplane, a J3 kitten that we found for sale in a barn in Charlotte, Vermont. Ian is restoring this kitten in George's hangar, and he has 2 supportive adult mentors directly helping him navigate this restoration. Together, they're going through every element of the plane, from the airframe to the engine and everything in between. Habitat for Aviation is honored to continue this partnership with Big Picture Learning by making each youth a Be Unbound Harbor Freight Fellow or an Explorer Fellow, depending on their age, furthering both of our missions to continue to connect youth to supportive adults who are doing what makes their hearts sing and building this wonderful community of youth learning to navigate their way into aviation together. Aviation has been so good to me, and it really changed my life. This is like a perfect compilation of my interest in education and my love of working with my hands. And I'm really excited about offering opportunities for young people starting in high school and earlier to get credit for this powerful out-of-school learning. We have some rock star architects who have created a beautiful vision for what this space can look like, and it has hints of biomimicry and flight and possibility. In the front, they design these floor-to-ceiling windows that will spill light into the real-world learning taking place inside the hangar. The cantilever roof, when you fly in or drive in, will give hints of the nature of the training that's happening beneath these outstretched wings. There will be two main hangars. One is going to be to the south, and that one will house Beta Technologies aircraft, Aaliyah, where intern Miranda might be working with her mentor Steve, installing an electric motor. And to the north, that hangar will be for conventional aircraft, where interns like Julie or Ian will be logging hours towards their mechanics licenses with guidance from their mentors like George. In the northwest part of the building, there will be an avionics shop where youth will be working alongside adults, busily constructing wire harnesses and things like that. The inspiration for Habitat for Aviation comes from the youth themselves. We have lots of young people from Franklin County who've been showing up at the airport and love working with their hands and want to learn more about aerospace, and they want to get their hands dirty and work on airplanes. It's really important to me that Habitat for Aviation welcome individuals who have been traditionally marginalized in the aerospace industry. We will create an innovative, community-focused program that will be open to and inspire youth of all identities and backgrounds from rural Vermont to come and join us and find their path into aviation. It's really important to me that we provide healthy lunch options for our participants at Habitat for Aviation, and that's why we designed a commercial kitchen that seats 30, where they can come each day and have a hot, home-cooked meal for lunch. We are always thinking about ways to encourage youth and adults to study and connect, and we have several breakout rooms off of the commercial kitchen area, as well as this beautiful deck where during the warm months in Vermont, youth and adults can spend time together and see these little airplanes flying in and out of Franklin County and just connect. I'm excited about bringing youth in who perhaps haven't been super successful in school and for whom school makes them feel average, and showing them that they are exceptional and giving them an opportunity to work with their hands and discover aerospace. There's a real demand for aircraft avionics technicians and mechanics. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the field is projected to grow 11% from 2020 to 2030, faster than average for all occupations. They're estimating 14,400 openings each year over the next decade. With our $8 million capital campaign, Habitat for Aviation is looking for support and funding so that we can be well positioned to meet this demand for qualified, experienced aviation specialists who love what they do and who are good at it. The enthusiasm for Habitat for Aviation has been overwhelmingly positive. The momentum behind this vision is more grand than anything I could have anticipated all those months ago when I was finishing my treatments for breast cancer and this idea came to me. I'm confident that with your support, we can build habitat for aviation and inspire this next generation of aerospace professionals.